Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. I hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Good to see you. If you don't know how this channel works, I take donations for tarot readings. I have a number of readings that I offer: romance, career. I almost said romance, love, career, same thing, romance and love. I also do past life readings, animal energy readings, mediumships, all types of readings. And my donation information is posted at the top of the chat. Nightbot should be coming through with more information on my menu, which I'm going to pull here. Nightbot, can you come through with the menu? I offer a mini reading for $5.55, a full reading, which is 10 cards, there we go, for $11.11, or an expanded reading, in which we go very deep, 15 cards for $17.17. Let me know if you feel called to get your tarot read today. If you have any burning questions that need to be answered, and you would like my guidance, you'd like to hear the cards and your spirits. Some more cards. And be sure to click the like button when you are in here, guys. Really helps me out. Thank you. Ooh, and today we are using the gorgeous Cat Tarot by Megan Lynn Cott. It is very, very cute. I love this tarot card, this tarot deck. Lovely. The art is so cute. I think her name is, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, but I can see her. Shantae? Nice to meet you, Shantae. You're a first-time viewer. Welcome. Welcome to Starry Tarot. And all is well. How are you doing? How are things in your world? And did I pronounce your name correctly? Is it Shantae or Shiante? First or second? Shante or Shiante? I don't want to mess it up. Shiante. Okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. How are you today? How was your Sunday? You're blessed, all is well. Good to hear, love. Good to hear. Do I offer the past life? Yeah, yeah. If you wanted a past life reading, we could do that. Yeah, I offer all of my offerings are available in this live stream. Yeah, yeah. There's some live streams where I don't have the energy to do like mediumships where I contacted a past loved one. That takes a lot of energy, and there's some days where I'll be like, that's not available today. But most days that's available as well. But past life, that's always a question you can ask. Yeah, no problem, no problem. And the way I do past life readings, the way they come to me, I can. A lot of people ask past life questions in the context of did I know a certain person in my life now in a past life, and how did I know them? I can answer that. I can see if there's someone in your life that you're curious about. If you had a past experience with them, I can ask about that. But I also I will also describe what I'm seeing, like where it was this past life, because I believe we have many past lives if you believe in reincarnation like I do. We have more than one life on this earth. So this would be just one of those lives. That's one thing to consider. But it will be one that your guides feel is the most significant for you to know about. And I'll describe like what your life is like at that time, what time period it was, where it was, what it looks like. I mean, I have a good, decent knowledge of history and geography. Good enough. So sometimes I can tell you the exact country. Usually it's more like this looks like it's the Middle East, or this looks like South Africa, or South America, or this looks like the Siberia, or whatever, like wherever your life was. So I'll just try and navigate it as well as I can and describe it as well as I can as it comes to me in vision. Yeah. Those are always fun. Girl, I have not done a past life reading in a little while, so I'm glad you asked about that. Yeah, it's been a little while. Last past life reading I gave was very, very interesting. I mean, they're always really interesting, but that one in particular was pretty wild. Yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to do that, not a problem. Not a problem, love. We could do that. Sorry, I just had to blow my nose. Didn't want y'all to hear nor see that. No one needs to see that or hear that. It sure is. It's me with the funky green background. I took that picture like 5 or 6 years ago. I had a lot of fun making that picture. It took a little while with the effect. The bigger picture is cooler, I swear. I kind of look almost like it's kind of like I was trying to look kind of like I don't know what I was trying to do there, but I had fun. Yes, that is me. That's my silly picture. My PayPal picture is even sillier. It's like a little lamb, I think. I guess my Venmo is the most professional. It has my actual Starry Tarot picture. And thank you so much, love, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go ahead and create a little cue here, of which you are first. And let me spell your name correctly. D. Yes, yes, you did, girl. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let's get into this. So you wanted this to be a 10 card past life reading, yes? You got it. So, and like I was saying earlier, is there someone you want me to ask about? Or would you just like do you just want your spirits and your angels to illustrate the most significant past life that they want you to see that you've lived that would help give you the most guidance in this one? Or would it or would illuminate certain things? It's typically what they do. They work in mysterious ways, but they do work with me. I do and I'm very grateful for them. Okay. Okay, Shiante. And Shiante, what is your astrological sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with her most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with a picture of her most significant past life. Leo! That's my favorite sign, girl. Is it your birth? That's weird. I had a feeling before. I had a feeling you had a birthday coming up, or a birthday that had just happened. Do you have a birthday coming up? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life you find she has lived. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. First, most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant past life. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide Shiante with an illustration of the most significant say. Each ministers and spirit guides, please provide sharing and administration of the significant past life. Each ministers and spirit guides, please provide sharing and administration of the significant past life. August 6th, first of all, happy early birthday, girl. And second of all, if you come back to my channel on the 6th, come claim your birthday reading. I'd be more than happy to give you a free birthday reading to help celebrate the birthday. We've got the Moon, Two of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Strength, Queen of Cups reversed, Page of Cups reversed, Ten of Wands, Three of Swords, Seven of Swords, and Five of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so first thing I'm seeing is a lot of snow. When I'm closing my eyes right now and getting the vision, I'm seeing a lot of snow. Huts. They're not igloos. They're not traditional type igloos, but they are abodes. I'm wondering if this was maybe you were perhaps an Inuit. You were definitely native. A native, I don't know, Algonquin or Inuit, I don't know if this is Alaska or Canada, I do not know my history that well, but from what it's looking like, you were definitely, at first I was getting messages from a Native American spirit came to me. So at first I thought this was going to be a but it is a native. This was a native life that you had, and it was definitely very cold, but you were very, very hardy. You were a woman in this life, so that's not confusing here. Oftentimes, because we can be any gender in any life. That's what helps us hopefully understand each other as humans. But in this life, you were a woman. I will say I've given other past life readings where it makes the pronouns difficult. They'll be like, wait, are you talking about me? Or I'm like, yes, I am, but you were a dude in the past life. Like, but no, you were a woman, you were a mother in this past life. A very revered mother. Very loved by your partner, by your husband, and revered by a lot of the people in your tribe. But part of that reverence, part of that pride that your community, your family, your tribe had for you was the abundance of struggles that you had to overcome and that you did overcome. You were very, very strong, a very, very strong woman, as I'm sure you are now. You've got this strength card here. That's the Leo card. You may have even been another female Leo in this life, in this past life. You were extremely strong. And it wasn't just, I'm not, well, I shouldn't say, but my first thought when it was, oh, she had so many burdens, I thought, well, probably lots of kids, and that was work all the live long day. When if you're living as a native person, there's no Walmart or there's no conveniences when you're living in that kind of a space, that kind of a world. But that was not it. You had a lot of children, but you also lost a lot of children. And this is what I'm seeing with this Five of Pentacles and Three of Swords. It's like, despite this abundance of love that you had in your community, there was still an emptiness that was pervasive in your heart with the loss of these children. And I'm not saying that miscarriage is any easier. I'm talking about like grown children losing their lives before you did, like having to bury your kids. And you may have even suffered miscarriages too. I mean, there, like I said, no Walmart, no hospital, nothing. This is way back in the day, no conveniences. Although I am being told that the medicine in the tribe was quite, of course it wasn't state of the art, but the midwife really knew what she was doing. I don't think it had anything, I don't think it's as much to do with miscarriages as so much it is, I'm getting a message that your boys, there were more than one son of yours died. While they were working, hunters. Crazy animals up there. Even if they're under the ice, they can be. I mean, there's polar bears in the tundra. There's walruses. I mean, I feel like it was an animal attack, and I feel like there was more than one. And this kind of, I don't want to say it kind of put you in a funk, because that is so, kind of putting you in a funk after losing your child is probably the biggest understatement of the century. It put you into a deep depression, a very deep depression that was very hard for people to understand. Not that it was hard to understand your loss. They knew and understood your loss, but it was hard for them to understand the difficulties of picking yourself up after loss. Because you felt, and part of it was you felt responsible for their deaths in a lot of ways, because you needed the food that they were going out to hunt for. This Five of Cups, you had regrets. There were feelings of guilt, there were feelings of loss, there were feelings of regret, like, should I have just, gone out and done it, even though that, irrational thoughts, because you were at home taking care of the home and taking care of the children, and they were out to get the food. They may have even passed at the same time, is what I'm thinking. I feel like this was like a double whammy hit that you experienced. But your partner was always there for you. You had a very, very loving, extremely loving partner, and your family was very understanding and very loving. But there was, this darkness towards the end of your life, sadly, haunted by their loss. With this Moon card and Page of Cups reversed, you never quite recovered from that. But you never quite recovered, in the sense that you were always heartbroken till your dying day. But you did rebuild your strength. You used whatever it took within you to get back up again. Like I'm saying, I normally don't attribute things like astrological signs to past lives. Like I have no idea when you could have been born in this life, but something's telling me is you were a Leo in this life as well, and you had hell of a lot of strength despite going through such hardships, such deep, profound hardships. You were still able to remain strong. You were still able to do whatever it took to keep on going. There was a period where you were not able to, where you could barely get out of bed. but you did, towards the end of your life, you were able to pull yourself out of that physical funk, and I feel like you died also before your husband. I feel like he was holding your hand when you passed. He was right there with you till the very end. And I think that you were ready to be with your sons who you missed. I'm sorry, this was a very sad reading, but there was a lot of loss in this life. There was a lot of love, and you created a lot of life, and you created a lot of joy, and you were a pillar in your community, a very strong pillar in your community. But that loss was very trying. Was very very difficult. Very difficult. As is completely understandable. But that is what I'm seeing. I don't. You're new here. And again, welcome. Nice to meet you. So therefore, I legitimately don't know anything about your life. So I don't know how this will apply to, or does apply to your life now. What you can pick up from this and apply to your own life. It may even come to you. It may not come to you immediately either. It may come to you in a few days. But definitely something to think about. The things that you did experience in this past life. And I think the best thing to take away from this, just not even knowing who you are, or like I said, like your life in general, I do sense your energy, which is very, very strong. I'm not just saying that because you're a Leo. It is very, very strong. You've got a lion's strength, and even when lots of things are thrown at you at one time, and there are a lot of burdens, you still overcome them with grace. Not just with grace, but you overcome them with tact and wisdom. And that wisdom may have been imparted from this life as well. So that is what I am seeing for you here. Very, very fascinating. Like I said, I don't know how this may apply to your life. Lessons turn to blessings. Yes. If it's not a lesson, it's a blessing. Absolutely. Yeah. And all lessons turn to blessings. Absolutely. It's very true. Very true. It's and that's one that, I don't know how old you are, and you don't need to tell me, but it took me a while to really figure that one out. It was something people always told me when I was younger, especially when bad things happened to me or something happened. They'd say, "Oh, well, it's a blessing in disguise, right?" Or if it's not a lesson, it's a blessing. But it was hard to kind of comprehend at a younger age. Now that I'm getting a little older, I 100% see that. Looking back, when you're able to look in retrospect on the past and things that have befallen you, and a lot of those 100% are blessings. I'm not saying that the passings of your sons in this past life were blessings, but there were things to learn from with that, and learn about yourself. As painful as that was, and I would like to hope that was your most tumultuous and difficult past life, because that was a tough one, but we all my belief is, before we enter this planet, I believe that we sign a soul contract, that lines up, some of the main things that we'll experience here, the good, the bad, the ugly. And like, okay, I need to learn this, I need to understand this, I need to experience this, I need to give myself this, and this blessing would be nice. Like, we choose before we're here, I believe. And it's all part of the Akashic records and our soul's records. And yeah, I think I was just going to say it's real. Well, who am I to say? I'm just a cat lady who reads tarot, but I believe it's real. Thank you very much, Shiante, by the way. Thank you. I deeply appreciate you, and I really hope that I brought you some clarity with this reading. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. 45 in 8 days, and it started my journey of awareness last year. I met someone that was a catalyst. Interesting, and that's wonderful. That's wonderful too. Yeah, I'm almost 40. I'm 38. So we're pretty similar in age. So you know what I'm talking about, the retrospect thing. Yeah, especially when I don't know about you, but when I was in my 20s, man, like looking back at a lot of the things that I thought were like really, really bad things to happen to me, a lot of them were blessings. A lot of them were, not all. One, there were some tragedies that were legitimately just tragedies, but a lot of them were blessings in disguise. I thank you. You're very welcome. And I am so happy that you found my channel too. I really am. I feel free to come back whenever. And yeah, thank you so much. I had my last tea bag tonight, and I can't find this brand of tea that I love so much. It's not, they don't sell it at my local grocery store. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it looks like we received a donation earlier, actually at the exact same time that Miss Shiante made a donation. I didn't get your name. So, if you made a donation earlier, please I need to know what your username is so I can read for you. And I can ring the bell and add you to the list. Somebody made a donation and never said their name. If you made a donation, you gotta let me know your name, otherwise how am I supposed to read for you? You gotta let me know your name. If you made a donation a while ago, about half an hour ago, we're talking. Now I'm afraid that person just went bye-bye. Now that person just donated again, which you didn't need to do, but that concerns me because people have done that before when I'm not able to read what they're writing to me, and I'm concerned that that might be the case. Please, I see you, I hear you. I want to read for you. Wow, I just used my last jasmine tea bag, so I tried the lavender and dandelion. Not bad, but not the same. What's your favorite kind? My favorite kind, that's funny, because we do have some lavender. Oh, you said jasmine. We have some lavender, which I'm thinking about trying. My favorite, because I don't like caffeine. My favorite is South African rooibos, like, and honeybush, which is also South African. Red rooibos, rooibos chai. It's like slightly sweet and non-caffeinated and like just so good. I've been in love with it since college days. It's my tea. It's a brand actually that's made out here called Numi, and they're like super sustainable, like really legit. Here you are, Malik. That is you. Thank you so much for your donation, Malik. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad. Yeah, Shiante, you should check out Numi if you're not familiar with their teas. They're really good. They got all those flavors that I just mentioned. Yeah, they're dope. Malik, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. While I have a sip of my tea. I did save the tea bag. I'll keep it real. I usually don't use tea bags twice, but I was like, I saved it. I'll have a weed cup later. Yeah, no, they're yummy. They're good. Especially if you're into herbal teas. Because most herbal teas is just like chamomile. Whenever I'm, somewhere and someone offers me a cup of tea, oh, can I please have caffeine? It's usually like, we got chamomile or mint. It's like, okay. This ain't no chamomile, ain't no mint. Not like there's anything wrong with chamomile or mint, but these are yummy. It's good. Can you tell me, can you tell, I don't like wearing my glasses. Can you tell me about my future, please? Of course, I can tell you about your future, Malik. That's a little broad. I have two things to say. It's a little broad. I can ask it. I can ask Spirit what is in store for Malik. Three things to say. Two, tarot is actually better for reading current energies and past energies and communicating with Spirit. In terms of actually reading what's going to happen in the future is largely unwritten, but there's a lot that is currently written based on what's going on in your life. But I can't see how your future is looking now. I think the best way for us to ask and to look into that would be giving it a shorter time frame. Like, what does Malik's life look like maybe between now and the end of this year, or even better, like in the next 3 months, what's coming towards you? But what kind of time frame are you looking at, Malik? It's only a 5-card reading too, so and I can add another card for you because you donated another $1. But even with 6 cards, it's not a whole lot to work with, so that's why it's kind of hard to go really far. But I can see what is in store for you. There are things that are written about the future, and those things can be unwritten too if we alter certain things in our current path. So that could also be the message too. If they've got, you know, sometimes they'll say, oh, this, that, and the other is going to happen to you, but this is what you've got to do to get there. You know, next 3 months, you got it. You got it, Malik. And Malik, I'm sorry, hon, what is your astrological sign? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Is that Tori that I see? Is that Tori? Girl, how are you doing? Long time no see, hun. And yes, I am absolutely still taking questions. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik in the next 3 months? And the line is not long. If you made a donation, you would be right after Malik, who I'm currently reading for. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Malik over the next 3 months? Yes, it is beautiful. I'm doing good. Definitely stepping out of my comfort zone. That's what's up, girl. That is what's up. I mean, my to the point where my guides are telling me that, girl. They're just like, girl, you gotta step out of your comfort zone. It's time. They didn't tell me that to tell you. They told me. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you. No, they told Sophie, girl, that's what you gotta do. That's what they love to see. All right, Malik, we have the 8 of Swords reversed, 10 of Wands, the High Priestess reversed, Page of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles reversed, and 4 of Wands reversed. Are things kind of heavy right now in your life, Malik? Are things not going too great at the present time? I'm seeing issues. Well, first let's start here. This 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is burdens, issues, problems. You gotta solve them. Heavy energy. Lots of responsibilities, obligations, struggles, and you may be feeling burnt out. Yeah. I'm seeing issues in 2 departments of your life. Did you go through a breakup recently by any chance? And did you lose a job? It could be both or it could be either. But there is a loss that I'm seeing here. See, so this is the issue, Malik. This is what I was talking about. Tarot picks up on these current energies. Like, it's picking up on you right now. So what Spirit's going to tell me afterwards, they're going to say, look, I'm going to ask you how you want to see your life change. And then Spirit will tell me what you need to do to unblock these. Because there's blockages here. Because you're dealing with a lot. You're dealing with a lot. And it's preventing you from being able to listen to your intuition. It's like all you're listening to is your heart right now, which can be very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. You know, we've got our heart, we've got our mind. And well, we can also distinguish the mind between the third eye. Our third eye is our intuition, that higher self that tells us, hey, you should do this. Or just like I was telling Tori, how my spirit guides have been telling me to get out of my comfort zone. That's because my third eye is open and I'm able to communicate with my guides. Everybody is able to open their third eye. Everybody has a third eye. It is literally our pineal gland in our brain. It is a real thing. It's not some oomy goomy made up thing. It's real. And it goes crazy at night when we dream. So even if you're not able to tune in to your third eye in your waking life, you're tuning into it when you sleep. I don't know if you meditate at all, but that's another way to tune into it. But your guides are saying, thank you very much, Tori. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll add you in just a second. Your guides are saying that there's a blockage here. There's a blockage here where you need to listen to your intuition. You got to listen more to your intuition. Your heart is misguiding you. The heart can be deceitful above all things when you follow your emotions. Right now, oh my gosh, even the artwork, your emotions are kind of sending you in the wrong direction, shall we say. This cat's got his head in the toilet. This is not the traditional artwork of the tarot. This is the cat tarot I like to use. But I also feel that when I choose a tarot deck, I feel like the art is significant for whoever I'm reading for on that day. And I feel like it's like it's not that you're looking for love in all the wrong places. It's that I feel that you feel the one is the person who you think is for you is not. I hate to break it to you, but if you've been through a breakup with someone and you're still not over this person, I'm really, really sorry, but it's just not. Your guides are saying that this person is not the one. Or if I didn't hear it was a breakup or a job, because I'm also seeing issues with work, possibly with this Page of Pentacles reversed. But this could also just be a signifier of this with the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, is that pages are the students of the tarot deck. They are the seekers. And it's like you're either not seeking or you're seeking in the wrong places, or where you think you're trying to find your happiness and your contentment. That is not where it's at. Your heart is telling you that there is some kind of a union on the horizon, but Spirit is saying that union is not meant to be with this Four of Wands reversed. Spirit is saying that you need to be set free from this blockage, these blockages with this Eight of Swords reversed. It's high time that you be set free from these ways of thinking, misguided ways of thinking. Like I said, I'm still not sure if Spirit is speaking more about romance or about work. I feel like it's a little bit of the two, but if I'm going to be completely honest, which I always am, I feel like Spirit is talking more about romance and unrequited love or love that has been thwarted or jeopardized in some way or come to an end. Your guides are saying that you 100% have the power to move past this and find the person who you are supposed to be with. But it is a new person. It might not be someone who you don't know. You may know this person already, but it's not someone who you've ever known in a romantic context. This new person. There could also be there's something about a new union on the horizon. And when I say horizon, I don't mean the next 3 months. I mean, over the next 3 months, this is your time to work through these blockages and to get in touch with your third eye, get in touch with your intuition. That's going to guide you on the path that's going to bring you the most happiness, the most contentment, that's not going to beset you with these burdens. Like I said, everyone has a third eye. Everybody can get in touch with their third eye. You got in touch with your spirit through my third eye. Spirit is communicating to you through me as a conduit. However, you have the power to communicate with your spirit guides as well. I'm not trying to put myself out of business here or anything. There's still value to my readings, but there's also value to a lot of my clients do meditate, do vision work, they are in touch with their third eye. They do their own spiritual practices as well, because that is really what builds us and what nourishes us, and our guides know what's best for us more than anyone else. So it's really wisest to listen to them. They have such love for you and care about you and your well-being and your happiness. They just want to see all this turned around. They want to see you happy and with the right person. They don't want to see you feeling burdened and blocked. They want to start communicating with you on a more direct basis. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you, Malik. Thank you very, very much for your donation. I didn't hear from you throughout that reading, so I don't know how it resonated for you, but I hope that it did in a good way. I'm sorry that you're going through I'm very sorry that you're going through difficult times right now, Malik. I'm very sorry to hear that. But this is temporary. This is temporary. All of that can be reversed. You can work through this 100%. Just accepting that there are other options, other opportunities out there for you. Revisualizing what and who your happiness is going to be with and shared with. Okay, built and shared with, I should say. Thank you again, Malik. Tori! Do my Oprah impression. Tori! You get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Hello, Tori. So good to see you, love. So good to see you. Please go ahead and post your question. Oh, you already did. Sorry, I just gotta do one thing. One sec. Okay, I'm bringing on a new client. I will be mentoring. I wanted to know, did I price my packaging right, or should I go up some more or down? Oh, good question. So is this your self-love, like mentorship, guidance, counseling, right? And you are a Capricorn? Love mentoring. Okay, so, oh, you're very welcome, Malik. You're very welcome. Yes, myself. Oh, I got confused there. Your self-love mentoring. I was like, wait, my self-love? My self-love. All right, I get it. I remember and I get it. Okay. Actually, let's see. The third client I'm going to be working one-on-one with as a mentor. I closed out another client I was working with. It was such a beautiful experience. So I'm assuming you closed out the mentoring, you closed out the client because they you got them to the point where they needed to be. I'm hoping. It sounds like it. Sagittarius. I'm sorry, Hans. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just gonna keep these on. What the hell? All right. Excellent question. Yeah. It's hard to know if you're pricing things, especially when we're in a spiritual business. It can be hard to know how to price things. If you should raise your price. I mean, I'm dealing with that now. I've had the same prices for almost 5 years now, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, with inflation, that doesn't really add up, but do I want to raise them? Are they high? So then I compare to other readers and stuff. It's hard. It's hard, and you don't, because you don't want to overprice it. You want to keep it fair. You want to make sure that you can, that services can be offered to most people that need it, you know? So yeah, it's definitely a tough question. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, but it's a good question. Did Tori price her packaging right with her new client? You're working together for a year. Wow. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori price her new client correctly? She needed to be, and it was time for it to ride without the training wheels. That's a wonderful metaphor. It's a wonderful way of putting it. Yeah. I love that. I love that. I have a lot of clients who they'll be super regular for like years and years and years, and then I won't hear. It's mostly clients that are talking about love, and then I won't hear from them for like a year or 2 years, and then they'll come back. They'll be like, I'm married, I'm happy now, like, and you told me I was gonna meet my person. I just want to thank you. It's just like, yes, that's what's up. That's the only thing. When I stop seeing people, I'm just concerned. I just hope they're okay, and I hope that they're happy. That's what I want to hear. Is I want to know that I did some help. I helped them in some way, and that they're just happy. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did Tori correctly price her packaging for her new client? 8 of Swords, excuse me. 8 of Swords reversed. 10 of Cups. The High Priestess reversed. King of Swords. And 3 of Wands. So we don't have any Pentacles here. This to me says yes, you did price things correctly. Excuse me. 2 reasons. There's the one card that's, well, I'll get to it in a second, but this 10 of Cups, she's definitely going to get value from your mentorship, contentment, satisfaction. You will be providing that for her. And King of Swords, balanced and fair. The King of Swords is the fair guy. He's literally the fair one. Not to toot my own Aquarius horn, but whenever King of Swords comes up, I always say, like, if it's reversed, it's unfair. If King of Swords is upright, we're talking fair and balanced. Beautiful when they disappear and come back with such a beautiful update. Right? Yeah, that's what I love. That's what I love to hear. 3 of Wands is patience. So I don't know that maybe it's not talking about pricing here. It might be talking about her You might have to have patience with this one, a little more patience with this client. But the card that's throwing me off here, Eight of Swords is throwing me off a little bit. High Priestess reverse is what's throwing me off. I feel like listening to, well, I don't know. I feel like listening to your intuition is good when it comes to pricing, to money, to work, to anything. As I was just talking about the last reading, we actually in his reading too, the High Priestess in the reverse is in the exact same spot. Did you consult with your guides about this? Did they say anything? Because that's actually what I've been thinking about doing. It's like I actually overheard. I was up at the hot springs about a month ago, and there's a lot of hippy dippy people up there. You know, I live in the Bay Area, and it's how we do. And I overheard a young lady talking to her friend about how she's been doing like some spiritual counseling for like 5 years, and her friend was like, you need to raise your rates, like your clients, you know, owe you more and this, that, and the other. She's like, and my psychiatrist, she's raised her rates 3 times in the past 5 years. And I so wanted to interrupt, but I knew I'd be a bitch. But I almost said to her friend, like, girl, psychiatry and working in the spiritual field are very different. A psychiatrist can easily, whenever they want, up their rates. Mine does it a lot. Every year she does it. When it comes to the spiritual realm, there's not as much of a clear concise pricing system, you know. So that it can be tricky in that way, and I that's kind of why I wanted to intervene. Like, I work in that realm too, and that comes to me as well. Like, you know, do I need to raise my rates? If I did raise my rates, would I lose clients? You know, you don't want to lose people at the same time. You know, you don't want to risk things, but you know, money does put food in our bellies and puts roofs over our head. My intuition told me that I did price it right and not to ask the question, but I wanted to ask anyway. I know. Interesting. So maybe your intuition is saying, like, you didn't really need to ask. You know, maybe that's what they're saying. Because, yeah, you definitely strike me as the type of woman who would ask her intuition, like, hey, is this fair? You know? But I also think it's important. Sorry. I think it's also important when we're talking about, even if it's within the spirit realm, when we are talking about the business aspect of our spiritual businesses. Yes, listening to intuition and talking to spirit is important, but it's also good to be practical at the same time. You know, compare your business to people who, I don't know if there's many other people who do what you do, but if there are other folks who do what you do, how much do they charge? You know, depending on how long they've been doing it. Do you ever do comparisons like that? Interesting. So I pulled out my book because this has financial meanings for cards, and when it comes to finances and the High Priestess reversed, it's lack of information or not knowing all the facts. So that tells me that it's kind of like what I was just talking about. Like, how much do other love coaches typically charge based on if they're doing it? I think you've been doing this for a couple of years now. How much does a new one charge for typically? How much does a very seasoned love coach charge? You've done that already, and actually quite cheap compared to others. Okay. Interesting. And are they in your area, or are you, because that's another thing to consider too, is like different areas have different price zones too. You know, comparing I don't know where you live, but like comparing yourself to someone who works in Manhattan as opposed to, you know, somewhere else, it can be very different too. So that could, I don't know. So you've done that too. You've done what you need to do. In career, it could mean lacking project information, which is not true, feeling isolated, which I do not think you do, and rejecting your intuition, which you are not doing. I think that you have a very fair concern of not wanting to overcharge people, like we were talking about. You know, no one wants to do that. Well, some people do, but kind, real people don't want to do that. This Eight of Swords reversed. Do you have some anxiety around this? I'm sure there is some anxiety around this. I think, honestly, I think with this King of Swords, I think that your rates are very fair, that the rates that you offered her. You're going to provide her with what she needs. And this is all a learning curve, really. You know, you're going to have more clients in the future. You're going to be doing this more in the future. This is your job. This is your business. And as you grow, you are going to have to consider, you know, pricing and what your value is and knowing your worth, but also being fair. I think that you absolutely did that here. You know your worth, your value. You know what you're gonna bring to the table, literally here for her. The card, like you're literally bringing it to the table for her, and she will be satisfied with your work. And yes, you have priced this fairly, King of Swords. I say you are fair. I don't think this is unfair at all. I still am just a little confused about this High Priestess reverse, but it may very well be that your intuition said you didn't need to ask, or to not ask the question. So your intuition told you that you did price it right and not ask the question. Wait, so they didn't want you to ask me or a tarot reader? Because they were just like, you got this right, it's fine. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just like, you don't even need to ask at other sources. Like, you know. Yeah, of course, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, pricing things, that it's stressful, and getting into the business side of things, of spirituality, yeah, it gets, that can be anxiety provoking, for sure. But I think that you have been fair. Yeah, it is a learning curve. That is something that I have to just walk through. Yeah, exactly. It is. You kind of have to go with the flow there. It's very. I put in a lot of time and effort. I create everything from scratch and intuition. I created soul homework and the workbooks. When I say this is my passion, it's my passion. Yeah, yeah. I remember before you launched this business, it was a big. I mean, it was a huge deal. I knew how much all this meant to you. I bet you show up all the way. Totally. You deliver. You 100% deliver. That's that 10 of Cups. So you're worth your salt. Whatever you're charging, and you don't have to tell me, whatever it is, you're worth it. And the client feels like you're worth it too. And maybe in the future you'll realize that, you know, hey, I can charge a few extra bucks here, because I'm building more higher clientele. I'm growing more as an individual business and as an individual. Or you may choose to keep them the same. It's all with time. It's all going with the flow. But as of this client, you made the right decision. King of Swords is a very, very fair Very fair person. Very fair and balanced. And not only that, but the King of Swords really analyzes everything before making a solid decision. And you did that. You really, like, I kept on saying, well, did you look at this? Did you look at that? You're like, yes, you checked off all the boxes, you know? So you did your homework. You did it. You charged exactly what you should charge. Didn't want me to ask to read. It was more about me trusting myself. I felt this right in my heart. So just move forward and it's to the other way around. Gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to just move forward sometimes. That can be the hardest thing. Yeah. I mean, I told myself, I think like a year ago, I was going to stop reading for myself. And then a lot of the friends I had who read tarot stopped reading tarot. And I didn't really have a lot of places to go. So I did start pulling some cards for myself again somewhat recently. And it's actually been good. Spirit didn't tell me not to do it, but it was more just something I told myself, but I changed my mind. You are so welcome, Tori. Thank you, love. You are going to soar. You already are soaring like a butterfly. But you're just growing and growing and growing, and I'm so excited about this because I remember how important I know how important this is to you. I remember when I think like our first reading, I think your question was like, when should I launch my business? And I asked you what it was, and I loved the idea, and you just wanted to make sure that it was like just exactly how you wanted it before you launched it, and you were patient, very patient, and you took your time, and you were patient with yourself, and look at the results. I love this. I love what you do. Do you have a website or anything I could check out? Because there's definitely people that I could refer you to, Tori. There are so many people I could refer you to, my God, that I'm sure would love your wisdom and your coaching. Actually talked, I don't know if I've told you that before, but I definitely thought that before when you told me what you did. I was like, damn, I definitely have a lot of clients who could use you. And I'm sure it wouldn't let, I tell them all the time, like, you gotta focus on self-love. That's hard to hear from someone, it's hard to impart too. But if I also was able to say, hey, I've got a friend who actually like works on this, you should go to her. I don't know. If you ever want to, let me know, and I would love to help. You would be helping me and my clients if I could refer them to you. I don't know, you might be overwhelmed right now, but whenever you're ready or whenever you feel comfortable, just let me know. And thank you again, love. Thank you. All right, and we will be right back. And we are back. Donations are wide open. Donations are open, everybody. If you make a donation, you will be next. I wish I could play music on my channel. Jeff! Oh my god! Sorry, I didn't see your message there. I hope you're still here. Hi, Jeff. How's it going? Long time no see. I have been doing great. Thanks for asking. How have you been? How you holding up? Everything's good in your world? Yeah, last time I started, for a while I started playing music in the background a little bit quietly, just for my own enjoyment, so that I wouldn't get copywritten, so don't copy me. But I guess George Michael was playing a little too loud one day during one of my live streams, and I got a copyright claim, and I don't want to deal with that. Just don't, especially from George. He's right on my table. I don't need his people giving me crap. He don't need that. So yeah, I almost put the sound off so I could play some music. I'm like, I don't want some music. I was in the hospital getting a hip transplant. I had broke it in November. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Jeff. You broke it in November and you needed a transplant. Oh dear. And that was in so you broke in November. When did you get out of the hospital? You're healing now? Someone very close to me needs a hip transplant. Not gonna say any names, but yeah, it's intense surgery. You should feel a lot better though once you're all healed. I've heard that you start to feel a little bionic, like you know, not bionic, but pain, no joint pain, no hip pain, and that I'm very lucky. I don't experience hip pain. I experience pain in the knees, but I know people who experience hip pain and grinding, and it was December 4th. Okay, so you broke it in November, and you got out on December 4th. So you've been healing a good 6-7 months now. Congrats, Jeff. Congrats. I wish you lots more healing, um, if you need it. How long does it take to fully recover from a hip transplant? Ashley Vanna, how are you doing, love? Hope all is well with you too. Things are good. Things are good. Can't complain. Can't complain. A little chilly today, but that's all good. You did? What is going on with my damn phone? Used to this I had this really cool phone. I have this cool phone. Used to give me notifications. All of a sudden, she's decided, no, I don't want to anymore. Thank you so much, Ashley, for your donation, love. You're still recovering, Jeff. Then I wish you much, much healing, love and light on your journey to recovery. Do you feel like you've made a lot of progress though? Can you feel it? And are you looking forward to certain activity like I don't know if you hike or anything like that, or just not even certain activities. I mean, but just like having feeling free with your hip. Can you tell me you have good days and bad days? Yep, yeah, that's what healing's all about, really. Have they told you how long it'll take till you feel like 100% again, or is there not really a time frame there? You'll get through it. You'll get through it, darling. That's what healing's all about. Healing is painful. You know, it can be painful, but once we get through the other side, it feels really good. It can feel really good. And Miss Ashley, can you tell me what are TJ's actions towards me? Yes, yes. Ashley, what's your sign? And what is TJ's sign? And actually, Ashley, I have a romance spread I can offer to you where I can ask what TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions, intentions slash actions, same thing. What his thoughts, feelings, and actions, whatever you want to call them, would be, or do you just want to know what his next moves are going to be? I'm a Taurus. He's a Taurus. Oh, he's a Taurus Aries cusp. And that sounds good. We can do the romance. Okay. Can you tell me what his birthday is? Because I'm not trying to be. Please don't take this as me being rude. This is just my personal. I just don't believe in cusps. I believe probably because I was born on a cusp, and I'm like, I'm an Aquarius here. There's nothing Capricorn about me. I was born on the 23rd of January, so I'm like 2-3 days into Aquarius. I just see it as like one big house, like every sign, and it's like either you're near the front of the door, or the front of the house, or the back of the house. You know, April 20. I was gonna say it's gonna be April 20th, April 21st. I feel like that's Taurus. I feel like that's Taurus. I wouldn't call that Aries because I feel like Taurus, if I'm not mistaken, like I know one person born on April 20th. No, isn't that Hitler's birthday? Hitler was an Aries. When didn't he? Oh, I'm not even allowed to say that word. Don't, and we don't want to even bring up that person. But that person was an Aries. Um, I know certain places, certain authorities will say different times. Okay, yeah, they say that it's April 20th to May 20th. I don't know, because there's one rock star I really like, Robert Smith from The Cure. His birthday's April 20th, and he's definitely a Taurus, like through and through. So yeah, I feel like this feels very more Taurus energy. April 21st, definitely Taurus. So y'all are both two Tauruses. The operation I had was fast, and they said I'm fully recovered, but my aunt has never recovered from hers. Your aunt never recovered from hers? Was there... Oh dear, that's terrible. She's just, it never really took, or... Oh god. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What did I do here? Did I cut myself? Did I break a nail? Anyway, angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What are TJ's current thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards Ashley? Okay, Seven of Swords reversed. Five of Wands. Page of Swords reversed. Eight of Swords. And 10 of Wands reversed. What's going on with you guys? Are you guys dating or talking? What are the deets on this connection? Because the energy is all over the place. It's really all over the place. It's also not good. Gonna keep it real with you. But however, I mean, good, bad, love is complicated, right? There's ups and downs. But that's what's making me wonder how deep this connection is. I must have my thingy. Anyway, we were dating, and then he just told me he was going through a rough time. He stopped talking to me, so I ended it. Yeah. Okay. And how long ago was this? And how long were you dating for? Because it's interesting. His rough times, okay, his general energies, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. The Ten of Wands upright is rough times, hard times, going through some really difficult times. But when it's reversed, that means that those hard times are over now. It, if he really, and I do think he was going through some stuff, but whatever he was going through, he's not going through anymore. We dated for 4 months and we haven't spoken for a month. Okay. Your general energies, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Are you suspicious that are you suspicious of him lying? Or that he has not been completely forthright with you? Or anything like that? Because, I mean, your general energy, Seven of Swords is theft, lies, betrayal, deceit, cheating, all the bad things. All the things you're not supposed to do. The Seven of Swords, the traditional art, is the thief in the night. Are you, but to me, this is more, just, and no, but it was really strange how he left. Okay, so you believed him, but it was, yeah, but yeah, there were things that were left, I guess, unspoken, and it happened really quickly. So here's the deal. This is not fun. This isn't a fun reading for me to do, so please don't shoot the messenger. I know you won't. You're a nice lady. His thoughts towards you, we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict. I don't know if you guys fought a lot, argued a lot. It was only 4 months. That's usually well, I find that couples usually start arguing around the second or third month if there's going to be argumentation. Not once. Yeah, okay. So there's some inner conflict. There's some conflict. This has got to be some conflict within him with this Five of Wands. If you guys weren't argumentative, which I wasn't even picking up on really, yeah, I was going to say, and especially 4 months, like, you don't see a whole lot of problems at the 4-month part. And even with what you're just telling me now, how he just kind of bounced and you're just like, it was out of the blue and unsuspecting and a little hard to even grasp the meaning of what is behind this. He thinks he's very, very conflicted internally. I wish I knew why. I'll come back to that in a moment because there's internal conflict he's going through. He feels as though let me get out my book to see if I can find a slightly different, because the definition I'm getting from this is almost too painful for me to say. When I see the Page of Swords reversed, it's not good. It's okay, that's okay. Reversed love meaning for Page of Swords. Argumentative, defensive partner, of which we've made it clear that was not what he was. Also, a failure to communicate. Now, when I see a failure to communicate, because the sword is your voice, Page of Swords is also the spy. And he's not looking right now. He's no longer, like, I don't want to say he's not thinking about you, but he's not thinking about how to make this work. When I see this failure to communicate with inner conflict, this is telling me that there's something he's not telling you. Something major that might be like a deal breaker for you. He has a BM that I know, their relationship wasn't really good. Oh, okay. He could be going through conflicts with that. That's possible. Then we get to his intentions. We've got the Eight of Swords. And this is what you asked me. What are his next actions towards me? What are his intentions? Eight of Swords is feeling imprisoned, feeling trapped, feeling like one cannot go. They don't have many directions to go. I know I told you that the problems he's dealing with are gone now. I take that back. Some of them are. He has resolved some of those issues, but there are some very real, excuse me, there are some very real fundamental issues within him that are holding him back. There's a lot he's not saying. There's a lot he's withholding. I mean, if you said that he has a baby mama whose relationship is not, their relationship is not very good, he could be dealing with some drama with her. That's always possible. And he may not want you to be privy to that. He might be thinking, like, if she saw how that situation is, like, up close and personal, she probably wouldn't want to be with me. There's something that he's not saying. There's something I feel like he's concealing. He's got a lot of inner conflict here. To do with this connection, and furthermore, just within himself. Like, I don't think he was lying to you when he told you that he had a lot going on. I certainly don't. And the more I think about it, the more it's like I think he felt like he was getting in too deep with you, and became overwhelmed, and knew that the deeper things get with someone, the more time and energy you have to spend with them, or you should spend, not have to, you should spend with them. Ultimately, she may have come into the picture, and that could be something he just wanted to conceal from you. I'm thinking, because there's, I would tell you if I felt like he just didn't have feelings for you. I'm not getting that. I'm getting a man who has got a lot on his plate, lot of stuff going on inside that he hides from people. He probably keeps a pretty calm exterior, a pretty chill exterior. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, especially being a Taurus. But he does have a lot going on, and it may be a case of, he may return when things have died down a bit. But it also may be a case of I don't know how long. Were you the first, very calm, but I sensed that he had a lot on his plate. Yeah. Were you the first woman he dated after his last baby mama? Were you like the first relationship he had? I kind of get that feeling like he was ready for love and wanted it with you. No, he was never related. Oh, he was. Okay. He may have ran into the same problem with her. Like this issue with his other family, his children. I mean, even though they're not together, it is another family. It didn't end well either. Yeah, I think it ended in a similar way. I wouldn't be surprised. That's actually really what I'm thinking is I think it was a very similar situation where this other life of his, which let's just, by all means and purposes, that's what it is. They're not together, but he has children with her, and there are, you know, he has to be there for them. And it's messy, and I think that comes into it. I think he gets to a certain point where he's just like, okay, I don't know if I can balance taking care of my responsibilities while having a relationship. At least at this time, especially if his children are younger. And he gives me emperor vibes. He does give me like fatherly vibes. I have a feeling he is there for his kids and feels a deep like responsibility to them. I told him he could tell me, but he waited too long to communicate. Yeah, that's this Page of Swords reverse. This guy just like doesn't communicate. Very good with his son. Yeah. But that's the Taurus. The Taurus is the emperor. I'm so sorry. No, the Taurus is actually the Hierophant. I always mess that up. But he gives me emperor vibes very much. Yeah, good father. And that's just his utmost priority. Yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry, Ashley. I wish I had more concrete advice for you here. I mean, I guess all you could really do in this case would be to put a timestamp on it. If he doesn't come around and, you know, if he doesn't reach out in like a month or so or something, or 3 months or whatever, I don't know. My life is wild, so I'm really not surprised anymore. What do you mean? I think that this is, I've seen this happen before with other people in different situations. I think that it's just all about timing, you know. I feel like you had a connection with this person and still do, and if he really wants to make it happen, he has the opportunity. I feel this is not the first time I've made a connection and ghosted. I mean, that's just terrible. So he ghosted you. That's terrible. It's just way too common nowadays. It's really bad. It happens to so many people, and it's just really piss poor behavior, and that kind of stuff. It comes back to people. That's karmic. That's really bad. Not karmic on your end. It's karmic on their end. Karmically bad. Because he never told me what happened and just stopped answering. Yeah, he wasn't clear on what he was going through or anything. It was just like, going through stuff, gotta go by. Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry, Ashley. You don't deserve that at all. Nobody deserves that. You deserve a guy who's gonna be there for you. You're not gonna have to worry about him pulling that on you. And I know he's out there. I know he's out there. It can be a schlep searching sometimes, but I don't feel like you're gonna have to search very hard at all. And yeah, with this guy, I would just give him a time frame. You're so welcome, Ashley. Thank you, love. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. And I wish you all the very best in whatever direction you decide to go. All right, so we are all through with donations. The donation queue is open, everybody. And if you are watching, please be so kind and remember to click that like button. It really helps me out. Donations are open, everybody. Depending on how many we get tonight, I don't mind staying on late to answer questions, but if I don't see anybody in the next 5-10 minutes, then I'll probably be calling it a night soon. So now would be your time if you are looking for a reading. If anybody would like a reading, donations are open. The list is open. Donations are open. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Donations are open. Donations. Donation list is open. Oh, hello, Andre. How are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing? I hope you are doing okay. Oh, yeah? Oh, but cute. Cute. Yeah. Wanna say hi? You shy boy. You shy boy. Handsome boy. Handsome boy. Handsome boy. You're the best boy in the world. You're the best boy in the world. Oh, hello. I don't know if y'all can see him, but well, you can see his tail. How you doing, buddy boy? Okay, bye. Bye. I love you too. All right, so we are at the 2 hour mark actually of the live stream, which is when I do the last call for all donations. Last call for any and all donations. If you would like a reading tonight, now would be your time to make a donation. Excuse me. Now would be your time. Last call for any and all donations. Last call for all donations. Last call. Hey, Gabrielle, how you doing, girl? Hope you are doing well. If you are looking for a reading tonight, you came in at just the right time. I was almost about to end things, so I was doing my last call. You do? All right, girl. All right, let's do it. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. Thank you. Quick update on his energy. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's current energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's current energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's current energy towards Gabrielle. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides, please provide me with Johnny's current energy towards Gabrielle. 7 of Swords reversed. 3 of Wands. The Chariot. The Hanged Man reversed. And King of Swords reversed. Okay. Okay, let's start with this 3 of Wands. Hi, Scorpio Brit. Yes, I am still doing questions. If you would like a question answered, please make a donation. Thank you. Let's start with this 3 of Wands and the Chariot. This 3 of Wands is about patience. Of which I know you have. Of which I don't know if he's hoping that you have more patience or what, but there's something here about patience. The Chariot is about things moving forward, which is good. We like that. We like to see that forward moving energy. But there's something stuck here with the Hangman reverse. There's some things that haven't changed a whole lot, which isn't that surprising. We didn't read about him too long ago to check on his energies, but his perspective on things hasn't changed in a huge way. What concerns me here is this Seven of Swords reversed and this King of Swords reversed. Seven of Swords reversed, at least it's reversed, but it's Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is lies, theft, betrayal, deceit, manipulation. When it's in its reversed form, it can often be a sign of dropping pretensions, which is good, not playing games anymore, being very honest, being very forthright, which I don't know if he has been. It could also be a fear of not being 100% towards someone. And this is where the King of Swords reversed. Whenever I say the King of Swords reversed, I'm always concerned. The King of Swords reversed is not fair. Is not a fair person. They don't assess things correctly. They don't make the right decisions. They can be cruel. They can be mean. It could also be an indicator of him just not really thinking about things too deeply. Hi, Shanna J. Yes, donations are still open. And hello, Matt. Yes, I am still taking donations. It's so funny y'all all came in here, and I'm so happy to help you all. That's wonderful. I was about to close the live stream a little earlier, but I'm glad I stayed open. Yeah, so I don't know how you feel, Gabrielle, in terms of his energy right now towards you. But it feels, I mean, things are moving forward with the Chariot, but there is some stagnation here with the Hangman reversed. Again, I fear that he may be, thank you for your donation, Matt. Thank you. I fear that he may be kind of comfortable, and just kind of going with the flow, which is good, but this King of Swords reverse is something to keep an eye open for, because yeah, when I see this, it's like, it's not always the most fair person, someone who may not be thinking too deeply about what they're doing or what the consequences may be. And thank you for your donation, Shannon. Thank you. And thank you for your donation, Scorpio Brit. I will add you all in just one moment. So that's what I'm gonna have to say there, Gabrielle. I am concerned with this King of Swords reverse. It does concern me. I fear that he's just comfortable and even he feels that might not be fair. There's something about, like, he just may be feeling, it's not so much that he's doing anything that's not right. It may just be a matter of him feeling like this isn't really fair. How slowly things are moving. Or the way in which they're moving. It's I think he's well aware that he knows that you want more. But and he knows he's not offered it fully yet. And that's where I feel like that Three of Wands is too. It's like, is he taking too much of your time? You know, hi, Tiny Blonde Kelly. Thank you so much for your subscription. Welcome. I think he's concerned that he may be taking more of your time and energy than you've been giving to him. an imbalance of energies and time. So yeah, that is what I'm saying. You're very welcome, Gabrielle. Let me know how things go, how things are progressing. Because yeah, I mean, we did have that Chariot card. Things are moving forward. We do like to see that. But I want to see, if and when this is gonna happen. See real action here. Matt, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you. All right, Matt. What is coming towards Matt at work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Matt at his work? Okay. Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands reversed, Nine of Cups reversed, Ace of Swords reversed, Five of Pentacles reversed, the High Priestess, Seven of Wands reversed, the Star, Three of Cups reversed, Ten of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords reversed, and Page of Pentacles reversed. Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So the last time we spoke about your work, you mentioned that you were interested in implementing or I don't know if it was implementing or taking over their marketing department. And I really like that idea for you. We talked about that at length. I am seeing some opposition. It's interesting. Let's start here. We've got this Six of Cups, which is all about communication, communicating what you need to. But then right underneath, we've got this Ace of Swords reversed, which is pretty much the opposite of that. Ace of Swords is reversed, is either not speaking your voice or your voice not being heard. And then we have the Three of Cups right underneath that, reversed, which to me sounds like some people are listening to you. I don't know where this is going yet. Everything about that place is weird. Okay. So this is in the future. Okay, so this, we're talking, you know, I feel like once you do present ideas, I feel like some people are going to be on board, some people are going to listen to you, others are going to be tuning it out. We've got this Ace of Pentacles reversed with this Five of Pentacles reversed, which is definitely a, I don't know if you're, if the place that you work at is doing poorly, business-wise, and that's why they need to amp and ramp up their marketing strategies. Yeah, I feel like that's it, because we've got this Five of Pentacles reversed right underneath. It's something that they need to get out of, I feel. They could be doing a lot better. And there's ways that they could improve it 100%. There's always ways to, almost always ways to improve one's business, but you've really got to think about it and get creative. And I do see that with this Ten of Cups right underneath. Like, they do really need the boost. They could really use it. Very poorly. That place is like a huge hole because of mismanagement for a few years. Now you have to clean up the mess. Ugh. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, cleaning up the mess of the past. Yeah, totally. So you got a big mess to clean up and improvements that need to be made and implemented. I hear you. We've got this Eight of Pentacles right in the center, which is steady, paid work, my friend. And then right in the very center, we have the High Priestess. Someone using their intuition to improve a situation. The assistant manager is an arc. Oh, he's the only one left from the early days. Gotcha. Okay. So he's probably the one who's not going to be listening or something. Feel like other people are definitely on board with you, but I feel like, yeah, there's, and I'm going to get to it, there's a King of Swords reversed here, and that's got to be him. Sorry, I can't read that. It's, those damn hearts, sorry. In a lot of ways, it's just money. Oh, yeah. Yeah, in a lot of ways, it is just money. It's a business, but in other ways, it is, mismanagement and ways, there's other ways you could do things. People, if there was mismanagement and there were people, working poorly there, I'm sure people just went somewhere else, and it's about bringing more customers back and having and giving them an incentive to come back. And that's where I feel you are really here to step in and get the wheels turning here with this Wheel of Fortune. Now this guy, I think this is this guy. I was, because I was going to get to it. Like, I see a mean superior who's like unfair, unbalanced. But there have been some very interesting things that have happened. Oh, good. Well, interesting can be good or bad, I suppose. But there's someone who's very incompetent. They don't know what they're doing. Page of Wands reversed. Seven of Wands reversed. Other people can see that they don't know what they're doing. And that they're I don't know. I don't know how long that guy's been there, but I feel like other upper management isn't a huge fan of him either. They don't think that he is very capable. And he's certainly not kind, not fair with this King of Swords reversed. He's definitely got a weird complex. Yeah, things are not good at your work right now. They're just not good. They're not. No one's really happy right now. I had those two entity encounters there. Then today there were some fun little things that happened. Oh, cool. Yeah, very. It's definitely an interesting place to be for sure. It sounds like. Yeah, it is also suffering with this Nine of Cups reversed. But there is hope on the horizon for things to improve with the Star card. But everyone's got to be on board with this Page of Pentacles reversed. And I feel like getting that assistant manager that you mentioned, I feel like he's got to go. But I don't know what kind of sway you have in that, or if you get a sense that that management feels like he should kind of be booted or in some way. But I feel like he's part of the problem. Definitely not the solution. When there is so much potential for this place to do a whole lot better. If we could get him out, it would help. I bet, yeah. They won't fire him. Why? He's been there for hella days or something, but he's just kind of just a negative relic of the past, I suppose. But yeah, if he were gone, if his energy was gone, that would really lift this place up. If they were to implement some kind of marketing strategy, if you were to implement some kind of marketing strategy, they want him to quit. Oh, so they don't have to pay him unemployment, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's why. He's a huge drag on the place. Yeah. Yeah. Major. And he doesn't listen, and he's negligent. He doesn't know what he's doing. And everybody else knows he doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, the unemployment thing. Yeah. A lot of places. I had to take I got fired when I was very young from a law firm that I worked at for years and years. I may have even told you this story. They fired me for being sick too much, even though I had a doctor's note for every illness. I was very sick that year. Just the flu a lot. But anyway, she fired me for being sick because she couldn't handle illness in her office, and she even blocked me getting unemployment. So I took her to court and I won, and the judge was such a dick to her. It was awesome. He was like, wait, you work in law? Like, are you crazy, lady? You're stopping this person getting their unemployment? Get out of here. You're a waste of time. You wasted my time. Wasting everyone's time. So stupid. But yeah, a lot of places really, because then that was justice, baby. That was justice. That was awesome. Yeah. I was shocked when I was denied it. I was like, are you for real? This is one of the wealthiest law firms in the country, not just California. Like, very, very wealthy law firm. And what? She was trying to protect what? A fraction of a percentage going up on their taxes or whatever. They have to pay. I forget how it works. But it's so minuscule. I was thinking about it last night, actually. So minuscule. It's just like, the woman clearly just had a vendetta against me. It was very clear from day one. She never liked me. And I'd been there for years. It's just crazy stuff. But what is that? I don't know what that beep was. But anyway, I think that things are kind of a mess right now, but I think that you could definitely be part of the solution there, Matt. And I'm sorry you got that there's that assistant manager, but at the end of the day, it's also just it does seem like a very cool place, very interesting place to be. You're definitely seeing some cool things and experiencing things that are pretty out there, pretty wild. So yeah, all is not lost at all. And thank you very much for your donation, Matt. I really appreciate you, as always, always, always. And yeah, hope they listen to you, because it would be really stupid of them not to, quite honestly. Miss Shanna, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for your donation, love. Let's see. Did you want a 10-card reading, Shanna, or did you want 2 5-card readings? And you want to know what's coming towards you next in love. Okay. 10 card, you got it. Sorry, 1 sec. All right, let's get into. And Shanna, what is your sign again? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Pisces. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is coming towards Shanna? Magician, Knight of Wands, Two of Pentacles reversed, Nine of Swords, Knight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Moon, King of Wands reversed, Eight of Swords, and Five of Cups. Interesting. So what is your love life looking like now, Shannon? Because this looks good. This looks very good. I see two knights here, both the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. I do see a reversed king, this King of Wands reversed. So I'm wondering who that may be or what that may be. You're definitely ready for love. You're single currently and you're not speaking to anybody. Okay. Well, I can say very confidently, and I don't get to tell this to everybody either. Not everybody is really, some people feel like they're ready for love, but when I look into it, you know, there's things that there's blockages and stuff like that or whatever. You are very much ready for love and you're in a good position to start a connection. Are you very busy with work? What my energy is showing, I've done a lot of work. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. And are you really busy with work though? Because there's something about, I'm trying to figure out what this Two of Pentacles reversed, King of Wands reversed is all about. Two of Pentacles reversed is like needing to juggle something or someone into your life. And if you're a very, very busy woman, that's something to take into consideration. Obviously, the time and the energy that you have and would be willing to put into a connection at this time. King of Wands reversed is, and I don't think that you feel this way. Usually, feelings of insecurity, not feeling confident, and I don't feel that this is you. I feel like you are confident and you know your worth. I start a new job in the morning. Oh, congratulations! But I do have 2 children by an ex who usually shows up as the King of Wands. Interesting. That might be him. That could be him. So, yeah, that is something, you know, he's inextricably a part of your life because he's the father of your kids. And that's something that you're going to have to take into consideration with the next relationship is that that's going to be a factor that he will be in, and hopefully he's not going to be problematic. And if anybody has a problem, if anybody that you date has a problem with him just being around, then I don't think that they're worth it. If that makes sense? I just don't know how problematic he is, because I have seen problematic exes try to thwart things or be problematic, and I've also seen people end relationships because they just don't want their new partner to be privy to any of that. I'm certainly hoping that he's just not going to be an issue here. But that is the one major thing that I'm sure you've taken into consideration, that you do have, you know, your kids and you have to deal with him every so often. And congrats on the new job, by the way, tomorrow morning. I think I already congratulated you, but that's really exciting. It's cool. I know someone else who's starting a job tomorrow too. Very cool. Very cool. We've got this 9 of Swords with this 8 of Swords. Don't worry, girl. I'm hitting on all the troublesome stuff first and getting to the good stuff. Okay. But we're just hitting on the more difficult stuff before I get to the good stuff. We are currently no contact, and I like to keep it that way. Good. Yeah, yeah. But eventually we can be decent co-parents. Yeah, it's just not really the right time. And it sounds like you are doing good co-parenting even without talking, actually. Sounds like you're doing a pretty good job. An excellent job, especially without communication. Um, yeah, I hope that things, I don't, it's probably just about timing there. I don't know how fresh it's been or anything. Are you are there is there something that brings you a lot of fear about love? I mean, I guess that's kind of a silly question because I think everyone has a sort of healthy fear of love because there's always the risk of it not being reciprocated or rejection or what have you or something happening. I don't know if that's what this Nine of Swords is all about though. But the Nine of Swords is anxiety, insomnia. Eight of Swords is feeling trapped in some way, feeling bound. Um, Perhaps that's what your fear is actually. Like I said, and you don't have to tell me how or why things ended with your ex, but perhaps he made you feel bound. Perhaps he that was what was going on, is he made you feel um, imprisoned in a way of like, I would say my only fear is being with someone who is afraid to commit. I've dealt with that too much in the past. Okay, yeah, that's a kicker there too. That's interesting though that we have this Eight of Swords too underneath. I feel like this is a reminder that while you do want commitment, for sure, because and I know what you're talking about, girl. Those commitment folk guys, they're out there and they're in high numbers. Um, but there's also another side to that I've also seen, and I've thankfully not dealt with myself, but I've just seen a lot of my clients deal with this, is narcissistic ass dudes who love bomb and woo you and totally romance you for the first 3 months or so and lock you down because you'd want to be locked down with them because they just shower you with presents and compliments and all sorts of things. And then once they lock you down emotionally and commitment wise, then they start running around and that's what this Eight of Swords is, I think, is the other side of the coin of someone to be aware of healthy commitments. And be discerning of that. If someone is too, if someone's asking too much of your time too early, if like, people who rush things, that's a prime example of like red flag of a narcissistic person. When they first start dating you, they'll like want to talk to you on the phone all the live long day. Like they'll expect a lot of your time, a lot of your energy. From the very get-go, and that can feel flattering because it's new love and it's exciting. I see it happen all the time with a lot of my clients, and then 3-4 months down the line, they're stuck in a relationship with someone who's really really not at all who they said they were at the beginning. And then they feel trapped and they can't leave because the person's narcissistic. So it's a healthy commitment. They're the worst, yeah. You walk away feeling so drained. Yeah. They really are the worst. They really are. And I mean, there's worse, mental health illnesses out there, but the problem with narcissism is that it's one that really can't be treated. You could be dealing with someone who's bipolar disorder, and at least there's meds out there for that. At least people with bipolar disorder, they usually want the help, and the help is you got to be humble, even going into therapy. Narcissists have zero humble. That you can't tell a narcissist, hey, and basically that is, I've looked it up actually, like what are there actual ways to treat narcissists? If a narcissist actually wanted help, could they get it? And yes, they could, but it really is a matter of sitting down with a therapist, and the therapist essentially saying, like, you are a professional asshole. They wouldn't say it in that way, but essentially, like, more or less, like, that you are just like very problematic person, and but it's been your coping mechanism that started when you were very young, and there's ways that we can get you to start thinking differently and acting differently, and you'll feel a lot better, and everyone around you will feel better. But they don't want to hear that. Who would want to hear that? You know. But yeah, so that's where that's really problematic. Then we've got this. So let's get to some good stuff here. We got this Knight of Swords. Five of Cups, I'm not so sure about that, Five of Cups. But Knight of Swords, we got two Knights here. I feel like you're going to have, I know you're not talking to anyone at this time, but I feel like two gentlemen are going to woo you at the same time. And I think that also might be a little part of this Two of Pentacles reversed. Not like you would want to balance the two of them, or entertain two men at the same time. And hell, girl, I'm not judging you if you wanted to, but that doesn't strike me as what you're looking for here. What I'm looking at is you getting to know two gentlemen and having the luxury of picking the one who would be a better match for you, you know. Which and that's totally fair. Absolutely, that's fair. Some people think, you know, they feel thwarted when that happens, or like, oh, I was talking to someone, we were talking for 2 weeks, and then he left me for someone else. I'm like, well, you know, girl, he was probably talking to a few people. It didn't get that deep with anyone, but he just, you know, picked the one that he felt would be the best, and that's what you should do. Just get to know people. Sorry, you and the person I'm hypothetically talking to. I think that's a really important way of approaching romance and love, is just getting to know people. You don't owe anyone anything, and they don't owe you shit. You don't owe them shit, vice versa. You're just getting to know them, and that's all they owe you, is letting you know who they are and what their intentions are and how they feel about you, and vice versa. So some people have been like, oh, well, I would never talk to two people, or this, that, and the other. It's like, well, I'm not saying like that at all. I'm saying, like, just get to know people. That's all, you know. And if you have two gentlemen that are admiring you, like, yay, let's give a round of applause for that, girl. Like, the more the merrier. You have more options, more to choose from. It's like finding jobs. I hate to put it like that, but it's like, you know, you don't mind having options in the beginning. Totally. That exactly. You want options. You don't want options later on. Then it gets complicated. But in the beginning, you want options. Absolutely. It's like finding a job or a house. You know, you're going to vet. You're going to look at different houses. You're going to look at different jobs, right? And find the one that's the best fit for you and make that choice. And sometimes we don't end up making the right choice. Oftentimes we do, you know, but it's about vetting and sussing it out. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two gentlemen. Let's start with gentleman number one. This Knight of Swords. This guy is going to be very, very smart, I feel. Highly intellectual, and that's really good. I don't know if that's a big turn on for you, but for me, intelligence is really hot. Like, it's really, really hot. And someone who uses their mind, and is motivated and knows how to use it. That's really, really sexy to me. And this guy has a great brain. Super duper smart. But the problem is that with his intelligence, he feels more. He feels like a Gemini. Maybe a Pisces. Because I find like male Pisces, and you're a Pisces, I'm speaking to a Pisces. As a female Pisces, I don't know if you'd agree with me, but I find that like my best friend is a Pisces. Obviously, I shouldn't say obviously she's a woman. And I just feel like male Pisces, because women inherently, y'all as Pisces feel more than any other sign. You do. And that's just the way it is. But as women, we already feel more than the other sex. So I feel low-key feel bad for Piscean men. They have a difficult time processing emotions and pain and I don't want to say they're not strong. That's not what it is. It's more that they just it's difficult for them to process things and they kind of sometimes they can let their mental health get the worst of them and not take care of it. And that's kind of what I'm seeing with this guy. He's a good guy. Good guy, super smart, super charming, but he does have some. He's not narcissistic. He's not bipolar or anything like that. I'm not a doctor either, so I don't know. But he's got some depression or something, or some anxiety, or both. They usually come hand in hand, and he does not take care of it very well. And with that, he doesn't use all of his potential, and it upsets him, it disappoints him, and he may even try to seek sympathy from that. He's got a lot of like regrets in life, but he's trying to move forward kind of guy. Then this other guy, I really like this one, Knight of Wands. I feel like you're going to be very, very physically attracted to this man, and him. Well, both these guys are going to be very drawn to you. But you're gonna think this guy's really, really hot, physically. He's more of a go-getter than this guy. I don't know if he's as smart as guy number, whatever we want to call him, 1, 2, whatever, but thing 2, thing 1, whatever. He's not as smart as he is, but he's much more of a go-getter, and he is still very smart. I mean, this isn't a competition about IQ here. But he gets more done. The only thing with him, he has a darkness within him too, but he handles it a lot better with the moon upright. Like, I mean, do we not all go through mental health issues? I feel like being a human in any form is very difficult. Like Plato said, we are all fighting a very difficult battle, so be kind. All humans are fighting a very difficult battle, and so I'm not. I mean, yeah, most people are dealing with some kind of mental illness, or not. I don't want to call it mental illness, but depression or anxiety, stressors, results of stressors in this very crazy world. But he handles them a lot better. And I feel like he'd be more on your level with you being Pisces, being in touch with your emotions. The moon card here, I feel like he's very intuitive. I like this guy. And then, of course, I saved the best for last. You always save the best for last. Got the Magician, the 3 of Pentacles. Expect magic, girl. With your next, whatever your next connection is, whenever it happens, I think it's going to be happening much sooner than later. Expect some magic stuff. And you really are the magician here. Like, the ball's in your court. You're the one with the power here. And things are going to work out. Whoever you choose, I think you're going to choose this guy. I like this guy a lot. I really feel like you're going to be more drawn to him, especially with this moon card right here. Whomever you choose, though, things are going to work out well with this 3 of Pentacles. I don't want to say you've had a lot of experiences so that now you know what to look for, now you know what to not look for, the warning signs, etc. I don't know how old you are, what what your life is like, but I feel like there's a lot of wisdom that you've acquired over the years, and it could be from romantic experiences that didn't work out in the past. I raise my hand to that one. Like, I do feel like I have a lot of wisdom based on that. I may be single at this time, but I also have a lot of wisdom as to what to look out for and what to not. The red flags and the green flags. It's all a learning process, and I think that you've acquired a lot of that. I think that you've got a lot of that. And I think that's part of this magic. Is you listen. You're deep in touch. You're deeply in tune with your intuition. as a Pisces, just as a woman. And that's going to serve you in a major way here as well. You know, when we're talking about having options and making decisions, you know, let your conscience be your guide. Let your intuition, let your conscience always be your guide, but let your intuition be your guide. One of the tools in guiding you. Okay. So this looks great, Shanna. This looks really good. This looks very good. I see good things. I see a good man on the horizon for you, and things working out. Yeah. You are so welcome, Shanna. Thank you, love. You are very, very welcome, and I'm excited for things to unfold here for you. All right. Good stuff. It's always nice to give a good message to people because every night there's good and bad, but hard ones, man, it's rough. But giving a nice message, always uplifting. Scorpio Brit. Got all the water signs in the house tonight. Scorpio Brit, thank you so much for your donation. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you, love. And if you are in this room, please be so kind and remember to hit the like button. Something that I know I forget to do a lot of the times, but it really, really helps channels get into the algorithm and just grow. So it really, really helps me, and I appreciate it tons. If y'all haven't done that already. Scorpio Brit, please come to the chat. Scorpio Brit, it is your turn. There she is. How you doing? Do you feel as if the check Dave mailed me is legit? I just need to be sure. Okay. Yeah, I can ask that. Sorry, I had to pause for a moment because I'm like, is that a legal question? But that's not a legal question. That's a legitimacy question. Although if he did send you one that is not legit, then that will become a legal matter. But as of right now, we're questioning it. So I can ask that for you. Yeah. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did the how do I phrase it? Is Brit's check from Dave legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the check that Dave mailed to Brit legitimate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the check that Dave mailed to Brit legitimate? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is the check that Dave mailed to Brit legitimate? Have you received it yet? I'm assuming you haven't, because you said the check that he mailed to you. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Did the check that Dave mailed to... Was the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Was the check that Dave mailed to Brit legit? Three of Cups reversed, Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, King of Swords reversed, and Two of Swords. this is hard to read. I might need a little bit of your help here, Britt. So some of these cards are saying yes. Excuse me. Some of these cards are saying yes. Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Definitely tell me yes. We're talking about money here. Three of Cups reversed. Not so much about money. So I'm just curious. Three of Cups reversed is basically a dislike, disharmony with another person, or a group, someone who doesn't play well with others. Is that Dave's persona? Is he kind of just a very unlikable person? Yeah, because Six of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles here is telling me legitimacy. King of Swords reversed, though, is what's a little alarming. I did receive it. Just want to verify it. Okay, so you received it. Okay. Does it look weird? Does it not look like... I mean, once you check it, the bank will know. And then that'll be the kicker there. Is Dave someone who's inherently unfair or something? Because there is something about like a dislike, like disagreeableness. This Three of Cups reversed. Two of Swords is also telling me that this is legit. I mean, it looks real, but I did want to deposit. Sorry. But I don't want to deposit, then have issues. Well, I understand. The issues wouldn't be upon you, though. Like, you wouldn't get in trouble for that, right? Like, I don't think you would. The person who signed the check, the person who issued the check, they'd be in trouble for that. That's a crime. That's fraud. That's check fraud. So you wouldn't be in trouble for receiving a check that, I mean, if you took it to the bank and tried to cash or tried to do it on your phone or whatever, and the bank said this is not legit, they would contact, they would ask you about whoever issued the check. I don't think that they would look at it as like, oh, this she's trying to cash a check that's not real. They don't look at it like that. It's more like, oh, you may have been the victim of check fraud, and like because that's what I'm saying is you would be the victim if it were not real. You wouldn't be anyone to be prosecuted or anything like that. You wouldn't get in trouble. He'd be the one to get in trouble. He would have major issues if he were to have done that. Like that's a huge. If I'm not mistaken, that's a felony. That's a real. I can look it up right now. I don't know what level check fraud is, but it's bad. It's really bad. And the worst that would happen to you is it wouldn't go through. You wouldn't get your money. But the banks would not close out your account or anything like that. They wouldn't prosecute you or anything like that. They would get in touch with him, and he'd have probably the cops called on him. Like, it's a huge offense. I work from home, so I haven't met him in person. Okay, interesting. So you've only worked remotely with this person. Okay. I feel like it's legit. I'm gonna have to go with I feel like it's legit with this Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. You did your work, and he paid you for it. I don't know if he's the nicest guy in the world with this King of Swords reversed. and you may have even picked up some weird energies from him because you said you never met him in person and you maybe just weren't so sure about him. But I feel like it is legit. And I'll repeat it, you're not going to be the one to get in trouble here. He would get into a whole racket of trouble if this is not if this is not legit. And have you looked for ways to check online, like signs that a check is not real? Because I know there's definitely like watermarks on checks in certain places, and like the paper of a check usually has some fibers in it, kind of like money. It looks different from just a regular piece of paper. And there's usually ways you can check. There's usually almost always a watermark on. I think there's always a watermark on a check. So if there's no watermark on there, that'll be your answer. I would check that if you haven't already. But I am getting, with this Six of Pentacles, especially the Six of Pentacles right in the center, this is telling me that you did your work and he paid you. Six of Pentacles is an equal, like, exchange of, like, work for money, like, equal balance. Like, you did something, I pay you. Like, you know, it's an equal balance. Page of Pentacles is money, is solid money. Two of Swords is confusion. So this could just be you and your energy, love. You're confused because you've never met him. You're unsure how deeply you can trust him or this. But I'm going to go with a yes. I'm feeling much stronger to yes here. But I will also advise you to look for that watermark, because I'm like almost 100% positive that checks all have a watermark on them somewhere. And again, you are not going to get in trouble for anything. The worst that's going to happen, if it is not real, which I don't think that's the case, but if that is the case, worst thing that would happen is you wouldn't get your money, but he'll be in a hell of a lot of trouble, like big trouble. Doesn't even matter how much, if the check was for 1 cent or $3,000, it doesn't matter. That's a huge offense to send fraudulent checks. And so I think that this is legit. But keep me posted if you don't mind. Let me know. I am curious about this one. I'm like 95% sure this is legit. That King of Swords is a little weird to me, but it could just be like he just has some weird energies there. But this feels legit. But yeah, and you're so welcome. You're so welcome, Britt. Thank you for your patience, your kindness. I really appreciate it. All right. So I'm going to do another last call for any and all donations for tonight. And if you are in here, please be a buddy and remember to click the like button. It really helps me out, helps out the Chan. Last call, let me set a timer. Last call for any and all donations. If you slide on through in the next 3 minutes, I'm more than happy to read for you. Just like Indiana Jones when he slides underneath that the door or the Bing, slides under. Yeah. I think that was Temple of Doom. If you slide in time, I'm happy to read for you tonight. Last call for all donations. Last call for any and all donations tonight. If you would like a reading, let me know. Last call for any and all donations. All right, and with that, I am going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope I brought you all clarity, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye.